What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skilled and Sound here, back again with another video. I wanted to highlight Demar Derozan and the great season that he's having right now with the Chicago Bulls. What else can you say about what Demar is doing right now? I know a lot of people didn't expect him to do this, but what he's doing this season is amazing, especially the streak that he's on, right? And I just wanted to highlight this and get a little bit into this. So last night, he broke a Wilt Chamberlain record. And as we know, a lot of Wilt Chamberlain records are darn near impossible to beat. They're like video game numbers that's hard to replicate in a video game. Well, DeMar broke a record that Wilt had. And he became the first player in NBA history to score 35 or more points and shoot better than 50% in 7 straight games. That's incredible. That's saying, hey, he's scoring high points, but super efficient in doing it on a night-to-night basis. And again, any record you beat of Wilt Chamberlain as far as scoring is very incredible. As you can see right here, he was named the player of the week because of that performance. But it's funny because not even Jordan did that in Chicago, right? And look at last night. He had 38 points, 16 for 27 shooting against the Kings. And he's just been playing incredible because one of the things about DeRozan is, I know where in this game where it's more about the three ball, he's one of the few that still operate at the lost art, which is pretty much the mid-range game. He's one of the mid-range kings, along with Kawhi, KD, Chris Paul, just to name a few. And DeRozan is right there as far as efficiently in that mid-court. And take a look at this. More consecutive games in Bulls history. Of course, Jordan's going to hold the record, but he's tied with 88 Jordan doing that. And Jordan has the record overall, where he's done it in 10. And the way DeRozan's playing, I don't see why he can't tie that or beat the all-time streak, because right now he's on a historic pace. The only thing that might slow him down is him coming into the All-Star break, having all these games off. He might come off the All-Star game and get into a cold stretch as far as maybe not being able to continue to 50%, but he still might give you maybe a 35-point game. Right now, I would say, would he be one of the favorites to win All-Star Game MVP? I mean, some of my favorites is going to be LeBron's my number one guy to win the All-Star Game MVP in Cleveland. I would have to say the other guys will be DeRozan and Embiid, just the way they're playing, in Giannis. I probably would have to say those 4 guys, right? But overall, it's DeRozan's 8th straight game with 30 or more points overall. And they're saying that's making it the longest such streak since Jordan did it in 96. So, that guy, he's just having an amazing season, man. And we just need to highlight him a little bit more, because I know a lot of us like to talk about like some of the old guys or the usual guys, but this guy's efficient. And again, the Lakers could have had this guy. The Lakers could have had him at one point. The Lakers could have had Lowry. The Lakers could have had Buddy Hield. Like, they could have had all these guys instead of Westbrook. So, and just think about how that team would have looked around LeBron and AD, especially right now. Boy, couldn't LeBron use a DeMar DeRozan, a Kyle Lowry, a Buddy Hield with AD continuing to go down with injuries all the time? He definitely could have used somebody like DeMar right now, right? And one of the things that's very impressive to me is DeMar right now is his 2nd highest field goal percentage of his career. As you can see, shooting 51.7% from the field. And that season in San Antonio shot 53. But I think the 51.7% is even more impressive because he's pretty much shooting 20 field goal attempts for the year, or for the season. 2nd highest of his career, 21 was right there, but he's more efficient. Look at the 3-point numbers. Highest 3-point percentage of his career. So he's improved his shooting. Just lets you know that when you get older, This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to improve your game, unlike and improve your shooting. Unlike Westbrook, who hasn't improved his shooting. If anything, he's gotten worse in that category. But DeMar's gotten better, and he's giving you strong rebounding and assist numbers as well. So the guy's doing it all, and I would say DeRozan right now is my favorite for MVP. I think he's overtaken the MVP over Embiid, Jokic. And let's just take a look at the standings real quick. The Bulls is a top 2 seed. He's a top 2 seed right now, tied for number 1, honestly. So, and yeah, Embiid's not far behind. So, honestly, I think right now those are the top 2 guys, DeRozan and Embiid. It remains to be seen how James Harden's presence is going to affect Joel Embiid as far as him continuing to put up MVP numbers and continuing to lead the team. Because usually when you have that second guy, a lot of guys usually don't win the MVP. It's usually a guy that, hey, your top 4 seed, you're usually that solo superstar. You may have some other stars, but nobody to the caliber of you. So it remains to be seen by that. Other guys in there, I mean, Giannis, those guys only 2.5 games, but they're number 5. I mean, Giannis is now leading the league in scoring, putting up his usual great numbers. He's been on a tear, but I don't. As long as they're number 5, I'm not giving it to Giannis. I know another team and player that they've mentioned for MVP is Jokic, but again, I'm not going to give Jokic the MVP, and his team is sitting number 6 in the West, and the West is not as strong as they used to be in years past. You can argue that the East is stronger, more competitive than the West. Now I know some people will be like, "Well, Westbrook got the MVP as a 6th seed," but that's there was a difference. That was a historical precedence that was set there. That was the first time that a guy averaged a triple double since Oscar did it in 61, 62 season. So that's different. That was a historical precedent that was set then. As of right now, Jokic is not averaging a triple double. He's not doing anything historic. He's having a great season. Now let's take a look at it while we're talking about Jokic. Let's see, Jokic. Let's take a look at his numbers. I mean, great numbers. 26 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, the 8 assists is very, very impressive for a big man. But again, just because he's having great numbers, that's not correlating to top 3 seed, top 4 seed in the West. They're sitting number 6. So just because he's having outstanding numbers on the outside looking in, that doesn't mean he deserves MVP. So I wouldn't give him that. But right now, DeRozan's my guy for MVP. I wanted to just highlight the incredible play that he's on and how he's clutch right now, and his mid-range game is just golden right now. So he's the guy right now, man. Give him some more credit. But hey, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about that. As far as DeRozan for MVP and how great he's been playing so far. Him and Embiid is probably my top 2 guys right now. But hey, we'll see. But it's your boy Skill in the Sound, and I'm out. Peace.